Chat, I need y'all to focus, okay? This is not a drill, people. This is about to get serious. I need y'all to lock the freak in, all right? Get your masks, get your hand sanitizers, get your hazmat suits. This is getting buck wild out in these streets, bro, okay? Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man, and today, like I said, it's getting crazy in these streets, bro. Apparently, there's another virus on the way, bro. Oh, my days. Okay, we calm down. So, for those of you who don't know, right, for the past couple of days, I've been seeing videos all over the internet about some boat that has some people carrying some virus, okay? I never did too much of a deep dive into it, but I've seen a couple of videos here and there, right? Didn't really think too much of it as a big thing until I seen this video, which we will be reacting to today. Freaking A, man. It's called "We Cannot Do Another Pandemic" video by Tommy NFG. This is where I got scared, okay? There's only certain people I'm willing to listen to where certain things are concerned, right? And this is one of them, all right? So, oh man, let's see what this new virus is talking about, man, and see how we can survive this one, you know? Because last time I checked, COVID took a lot of people's lives. Bad times. Let's go, man.
I want you to take yourself back to a certain date in 2020. March 13th, 2020. I should add that this mostly applies to people in America. You woke up that Friday morning like every other Friday of that year. Dragged yourself out of bed to the bathroom to prepare yourself either for school or for work. While in school, your friend looks at you and says,
"Yo, Uzi dropped the turn on take. You gotta listen to that."
You listen to it while in class to see if it is really hard, and indeed it is. This would be Lil Uzi's last good album, but you don't know that. As the day starts to end in school, the principal comes on the PA system and lets everyone know, due to a little virus called COVID-19, school would be closed for 2 weeks. You cheer with your friends, hyped that you're basically getting a week break in the middle of the year for free.
That 2 weeks turned into 2 months, bro. What? 3 months, actually. Because, yeah, school closed in March. I didn't graduate till June. Crazy.
Not knowing what it will turn into. If you worked a job, you either got an email from your employer that the company would be switching to remote work temporarily, or you got an email that you were fired and to get out immediately. This little virus would then turn into one of the worst pandemics to happen in over a century. And after it ended, the world all promised itself that we'd be prepared and this shouldn't happen not only in our century, but many to come.
Health officials around the world are racing to contain a deadly outbreak of hantavirus that's linked to this cruise ship in the Atlantic.
Where did they go wrong? How did they fuck up the programming, chat? Oh, my days. I don't understand. How did they mess this up? Because what I want to know, right, with the little bit of research I did on this virus, it comes from rat droppings, bro. Rodent shit, nigga. Man, you would think as much freaking diseases we have had to suffer through because of rodents, people would be a lot more careful around them. You would think, right? If you're a conspiracy theorist, you would also think that the government is just trying to kill us all, but trying to find ways to do it to make it look natural. You know what I mean? But that's if you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard of it by now, we're having another bit of a virus issue around.
Oh,
Even
boy.
not including COVID, it seems like every couple of years, there's always a virus panic hitting the whole world. In the 2010s, you had the Ebola pandemic, which happened in Africa, but cases spread all over the world. The most racist swore if they interacted with an African person, they would get it and die next week. I gotta admit, though, that Ebola song did kind of go hard. You had the measles outbreak in 2019, where a record amount of people were getting it around the world. In America, New York got hit the most, and there were 1,200 cases across 31 states. Crazy how this didn't matter, because next year's virus would make that outbreak look like a little cakewalk. And now the newest panic we have is this virus called the hantavirus. Here's some info. Hantavirus has been a thing since the 1950s and was fully identified identified by a doctor in 1978. There's been cases everywhere under the sun since it got identified. It's spread by the worst creatures we know, of course, rodents. And you get it by inhaling their waste in the air or by directly touching it. Don't know why the f you'd be directly touching rat shit. At that point, you just ask for the death sentence. I don't feel bad. And it's only supposed to be from rodent to human until cases started happening from human to human. They called it the Andes version of the virus, and the first case was identified in 1995 of someone getting it from human contact. It happens here and there, but it's way more rare than getting it directly from rats yourself. So you may be wondering why everyone's panicking about it. Well, we can fully blame this dumbass who decided to make a video talking about a hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship he went on. His name is Jake Rosemarin, and he decided to go on a cruise with a bunch of other people from different countries. Not knowing that a couple had the virus, they brung it on the ship and
simple solution then, chat. Execute that nigga.
Whoa.
Why y'all looking at me like that? Execute him. Put him down. I swear, listen to me. If I'm freaking forced inside my house for another 2 to 3 months, can't go to work or nothing, I'm gonna lose it, bro. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to have a bad time. It's not gonna be great. Okay? I don't want to do that. Please, execute this nigga. Drop a nuke on the whole freaking ship of niggas. I don't care. Just get rid of them. Don't bring that over here. Where's my hand sanitizer? I had a bottle of hand sanitizer around my desk somewhere, but my desk is all junky and shit, so I can't find it. But I'm not dealing with this today, man. Or any other day for that matter.
The cruise was not cheap either. Like 3 people died on the ship from it, and one of the doctors got sick treating someone. So with him panicking because everyone got told to quarantine until further notice, he made an update to the outside
Execute this nigga.
world talking about his experience.
I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hondias. And what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people. People with families, with lives.
Low-key, no one would have known about this that much if he didn't make the video, but now that's all anyone's worried about. People aren't over a little world-stopping moment from 5 to 6 years ago. Like, don't want.
Every single video, oops, wrong button. Every single video I've seen, speaking on this topic so far, has said to sink that ship with the people on it, bro. Every single video. Because the economy cannot take it, bro. You really can't. Prices of shit already went up. Do you know what will happen if another virus comes and shuts down everything? Prices is gonna skyrocket again. Niggas is not making that much money down here as grunt workers, bro. Relax. We don't got the time for that shit. We don't. Alright? Me personally, I don't have the time for it. Okay? So if y'all sees these kinds of people, like these people getting off this ship, I'm not gonna say that. I just realized I can't say
again. It doesn't even take just this. Everyone was panicking when they announced a new strain of COVID like monkeypox. In a way, the whole world has World War II soldier PTSD on anything happening. Instead of hearing a helicopter and having a heart attack thinking you're in the war field, we hear a new virus dropped and have PTSD of Among Us and those TikToks of which room you would sleep in the hardest. And also the lines he had in the videos what's really pissing people off. Because he said we're not just a story, we're people with families, lives, and friends. Like that isn't everyone in the world. Are y'all the only ones with families and friends? No one even knew about the headlines of story until you made this video, buddy. People's first reaction to hearing the story was saying a couple of things. One being, do not dock the Pope because we don't want it to spread even more. Other people said just dock it at one country and don't let them leave until it's solved. There's also people saying...
Yeah. They were saying to ship them to their own island and let them stay there.
150 people versus a potential 8 billion person pandemic. With a disease that's a 40% fatality rate, might I add, and can lay dormant in you without you knowing for weeks. In the wise words a man once said,
He's rapping now.
Nuke the whole generation. If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
Y'all are about to get so mad at me, and I know I don't post like this. I usually would post on my other page, but like,
see, I told y'all.
Sink the ship. Sink the ship.
I told y'all.
Okay?
Sink the ship.
See?
Sink it. Sink it. I don't care. I've seen enough.
We've been here before, chat.
That ship like
See?
it's a game of Battleship.
See, we've been here before. We've seen these plays. We are not trying to rerun that game. No rematch, bro. We're good. We're throwing in the towel, bro. We can't do it. No. Get rid of that. Put them people down, man. Get them out of here. Or send them to Epstein's Island, bro.
2 hit. I'm not even trying to be insensitive, but we cannot do this right now. We cannot do this right now.
It seems like
Right.
the Republic is taking this well. The PTSD people have over COVID is beyond what people could think. If you said this pre-2020, people would have thought you were crazy and a bad person. But now there's a lot of people saying they genuinely don't care, whatever it takes to stop a potential pandemic. And even though scientists and health organizations are saying it's a low chance to turn into another COVID, didn't y'all say that last time? If
Yeah,
there
ain't
was
nobody
some
trying to hear that
horrible
shit.
scenario where it did somehow turn into a pandemic, this would be way worse. A 40% fatality rate is diabolical. You got a 4 in 10 chance of dying. With COVID, unless if you were really old or really young, you didn't have to worry about it too much and could tank it. This would be a damn near mass extinction event in every
You know what's crazy? I don't physically ever remember having COVID, right? Like, whenever I allegedly had it, I was still working just fine and breathing just fine, right? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if people was just lying to me, telling me nonsense just to tell me nonsense. Because don't get me wrong, I was feeling horrible as soon as I stopped doing shit. Like, once I stopped being active, my body just went haywire and started feeling like there's this massive weight just constantly pressing down on me, you know what I mean? And I felt lightheaded, I got a fever, all that extra jazz. But as soon as I started working, drank some water, I was cool, I was calm, I was moving, you know? I don't know. I think I'm just that nigga, chat.
and there's still no cure. There's also other
It was just that dog in me.
reasons I wouldn't want it to be a pandemic, at least in the US. There will be zero safety precautions set here. People could barely handle the last lockdown and were going insane every day. And obviously, while it sucked for everyone, it was for a reason. This time, people are just gonna keep going outside every day and passing it like no tomorrow. We can guarantee there wouldn't be a lockdown order even if it was needed. We barely got one last time. The president was forced to do it by his team because people were dropping every day. And also, bleach didn't work as a cure.
And then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or?
Yeah, lockdown order.
This nigga is trying to kill us with bleach, bro, by trying to inject bleach into our system. Is this man out of his motherfucking mind? What are you talking about?
Or not, if I see thousands of dropping a day, my ass is staying inside. And even
Facts.
if there was a vaccine released, people wouldn't trust it and wouldn't take it. They think it's some secret plot to have everyone's blood injected with Satan's and at his will activate your chip and have you walk yourself to the pits of hell. People took one COVID vaccine and were doing the most, acting like their whole life was over and they never recovered. There was people faking that they had permanent violent
It's never that serious, bro. I took COVID vaccines, bro, and I'm just fine.
seizures because of it. It would be kind of funny if there did so happen to be a pandemic and certain people don't trust the vaccine released. Because this ain't like COVID. It's a 40% fatality rate. Your ass is just gonna die. Those 60-year-old MAGA boomers are gonna drop like flies. We also definitely are not getting COVID checks like last time. You're gonna have
Facts.
to thug it out, and if you can't make it and you don't have a job, it was a fun life for you, I guess. It's not like the check would do much though. Right now in this state of the economy and around the world, we have certain problems going in certain parts of the world. Like, people literally would not be able to afford to go through it again. At least pre-COVID, the economy was in decent shape. You can guarantee though, someone's boss is gonna say no to remote work and tell them they have to come in. Something also that would be annoying is having to get used to social interactions again. Everyone was low-key anti-social after the lockdown orders were lifted because we were inside for so long. You had to learn how to communicate again because it just felt weird. Maybe some people did better, but I know for me it was rough. Transitioning from being on Discord all day with the homies playing games, not touching a speck of sunlight, to driving places and hanging out in public was a bit of an adjustment. Some people say they still ain't recovered since back then.
Facts.
Yeah, if you still think you're recovering from your antisocialness from COVID, you're probably just antisocial. It would also be horrible for the youth considering how much they got held back from it. Everyone older in Gen Z just barely made it out. Only 30% of Gen Alpha kids can read proficiently currently. Throwing them in another lockdown in their childhood is going to be a death sentence. They might end up being the most failed generation by society's problems. I got hit by COVID in my junior/senior year, but at least I can say grown up through my core.
Bro, listen to me. When COVID hit was my final year, bro. My final term. I was getting out, chat. Okay. I was so excited. The levels of excitement just could not be kept inside, bro. I was so ecstatic. Then COVID hit, and I'm like, okay, cool. I got 2 weeks of just thinking about until school reopens. Right? My freaking sister is like, oh, this is after the 2 weeks, mind you. School's still closed. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Just doing what I do. You know what I mean? I kept doing what I do until I looked at my watch, and it's been 2 months. It's June now. Or 3 months, sorry. It's June now. It's time for graduation. What the fuck? I was not prepared. I was not prepared, but still graduated. You know what I mean? Then I had to freaking wait till after graduations to go do national exams and shit so I can apply for. Man, it was so stupid. That's some bullshit.
Development years, I was good. I couldn't imagine my first time trying to learn the ABCs was through a Zoom class. This time they're gonna have AI too, so all the kids are gonna cheat on their assignments. The methods people used to have to do in 2020 to cheat were absurd. We became scientists in our own ways. People would pre-record them doing work on Zoom when they were sleeping. This fat guy in my gym class in high school decided to pre-record himself working out and just played it on loop to pass his class. That fat guy totally wasn't me or anything. I didn't do that. People would smear Vaseline on their cameras and tell the teacher the camera was broken so they could cheat. You don't need to do all that. Now that we got ChatGPT, it'll do the work for you. I do remember those Zoom times nostalgically, though. My teacher's classes got rated at least 7 times through the year. I'll end it off with some positive news, though. The reason why health organizations and governments are saying this won't be COVID 2.0 is because they have decades of research on this compared to COVID-19 that was brand new. So the world isn't starting with zero information on it and have to rush and figure out what to do. Also, since it's been contained to this one ship, it isn't jumping from hundreds of people to hundreds of people like before. If you were in the vicinity of someone with COVID, as you know, your fate to get it was guaranteed. I'll never forget the one time I got it. It was from one of my dumbass homies who decided to pull up to the group meet with it without telling any of our friends, and he gave it to literally everyone there. With hantavirus, it's mainly people with romantic partners who get it or being around someone who's sick with it. So if you're lonely and get no play, pat yourself on the back. You may have just prevented yourself from dying. Who knew being a loser would save me and you? COVID also spread away
Who? God damn it, Tommy. You better stop playing with me.
faster than this, so we would see a lot more cases if it wasn't like this. I remember waking up and checking COVID cases. It would go from 3 to 10 to 200 to 1,000 to 10,000. And technically a mutation could happen to the virus and a new one could pop up. But most studies show when a virus gets mutated, it either stays the same or turns into nothing. At least hopefully that's the case, or humanity's in for one hell of an extinction.
We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing none of that, bro. Keep that shit where it is. Send people in suits to go figure out if they can cure them people. And if they can't, sink them people. Look, my heart goes out to the families, okay? Okay? The loved ones. The possible children. But it's your life or mine, and my life is more important to me than yours is to me. Sorry. That'll be it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Now we catch y'all in the next one, man. Chad, I forgot which hand I use. I think it's this one. Because I fucked it up in one of my other videos when I was editing it, and it kind of threw me off. Peace.